It is 7:55 right now. You know, Father's Day is coming up, and for a lot of families, the holiday is a celebration of all the reasons we love the dad in our lives. But there are a lot of families out there without a dad in the picture, and that means Father's Day can be a difficult time, and it can cause a lot of feelings of emptiness. Jim Clark, the president and CEO of Daniel, is a licensed social worker. He's here this morning to talk about Father's Day without a father.
Yeah, it's tough.
A lot of reasons for this,
Death, abandonment, incarceration. Those are all could be factors in terms of why a child's not there. Divorce.
My father was, he lost his father when he was 6 years old. 1963, his dad died of cancer. He says growing up in middle school and in high school, every time they'd have some kind of event involving, he'd get resentful, he'd get angry. He didn't really know why. It's tough for kids.
It's absolutely, and that's one of the reasons that there's really two main things before you get into all the specifics, is that children who have had a loss, it's really important for them to talk about it. So one of the things that parents or a guardian or a mother doesn't want to do is to try to keep it a taboo subject. You need to really talk about it, allow them to express their feelings. The second thing to do is, regardless of the circumstances, it's easier, I shouldn't say that with death, but with the divorce, incarceration, and abandonment, you still want to be careful of the baggage of talking negatively about about their spouse or your ex, because again, you're not trying to benefit dad, you're trying to benefit your child.
Let's talk about Father's Day in case the father has died.
Again, you want to celebrate and be able to, for them to be able to talk about their feelings, some of the good things. Again, everything is age appropriate. Some children, you might have a letter. Therapeutically, we often have them write a letter to their dad who may have passed away. Or you might do something that they enjoyed, such as going to a ball game or celebrating, taking out their pictures. Death and those type of things are always good to do those things. Bring out some of the positive things and some of the pictures.
Jail. You said a lot of dads in jail, a lot of men in jail have kids, which means a lot of kids don't have dads out there.
Statistics show that 3/4 of the men in jail have children. So that means that 1.6 million kids don't have a dad at home.
How do you cope with that?
One of the things that you want to do, if you can't have contact, you should. If it's inappropriate, then have them write a card. Have them call. Dads can also call to say thank you for your card or your present. One of the things that we do therapeutically is have kids keep a journal on that day. And one of the questions I ask is, tell me, what kind of dad will you be when you grow up? So those are things you can do particularly with children who parents have been incarcerated.
All right, divorce is probably the most common.
It's the most common, and one of the things we encourage mothers to do is try to keep your feelings in check. Remember, you're trying to benefit the child, not necessarily praise your ex.
That's a hard one.
And when you can, try to get them together, and of course cards and things of that sort are always healthy.
Yeah, and abandonment is another tough one. Dad took off.
The dad took off, and those are the kind of things where children want to talk about it, and you want to provide that opportunity. So as a guardian, you want to provide that opportunity and know that there's going to be some anxiety on that day, and make sure that you Skype, you can do cards, you can do all kind of little things to make sure that that child is able to celebrate in some kind of fashion.
If you'd like more information about how to cope with Father's Day when there is no dad around, visit news4jax.com or danielkids.org. The next hour of the morning.